It's October the 8th, 2016. I'm Dana, your host, nuclear proctologist.org, and you can find these videos and Fukushima presentations throughout the internet. And we are grateful for that. Geiger counter up in the right-hand corner is live. And I didn't adjust the volume because, hey, why not adjust the volume? And so we're just going to end it on that there. We got a good show tonight, despite the fact we had some setbacks trying to get started. Oh, hi to everybody. How is everybody? Zoom all the way back. That's what I meant to do originally. It was zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. I am thirst. Yeah, I know, honey. Thank you, Deb. And Albert and Elaine is doing the moderating, and she does a great job. And it's a learning curve, and she is learning, trust me. And nobody wants to have to censor somebody, but at the end of each show, every night, literally, the trolls will show up at the last second because I'll bring up the comments section. So they'll come in and try to put comments there that are completely disingenuous. And that it shows their contempt. It shows their outright dark sides, where the industry hangs around and then they see this opportunity each night at the beginning and the end. But particularly at the end, they'll come in and try to cause fights and everything else. Jan Brooks is here, Miss Milky the Clown. One, using her site tonight, that one. She has another site. And 5 years of the Fukushima collection is right there. Hi, Bitey. Hi, everybody. Yeah, she's a quick study, Deb, for sure. Elaine has got a tough job. Censorship, folks. Hello, everybody. Albert, anybody I didn't get to, my apologies. Let's just burn right into it. A little twist. And Japan is completely out of control. There's no one to hold them accountable. They're not going to hold themselves accountable. Geiger counter hates me tonight. And I got no idea why he's doing that. That's okay. I have to start up a new session soon. I'm going to turn augmented reality off and just see if that helps. Yeah, it stayed there that time. Okay. 1,500 atoms from Japan's reactors per cubic meter of air. So where you're stood up to, right around you, 9 feet one way, 9 feet the other way, 9 feet that way, is a cubic meter. And there's 1,500 atoms of sulfur peroxide hydrogen buckyballs. I can bring myself into the video, little tiny guy in the corner. Now, people were generally, the males were breathing, having 360 atoms going into their testicles. Just one down there is cancer, 10, 20, 30 years down the road. So 360 is an event. These studies, a little bit of slurping tonight. Saturday, a little more relaxed on Saturday. I'm going to make mistakes on Saturdays because that's Saturdays for you. Nuclear material came off unused fuel assemblies removed from Fukushima Unit 4. And cobalt-60 at 1.4 billion becquerels a kilogram. So in Germany, they were packaging it up at 5 becquerels a kilogram. And in France, when the accident happened in Japan, that was guaranteed to happen at some point because of where they built the reactors. And a reactor is by default not stable. And so France was packaging material at 17 becquerels a kilogram. Sometimes I forget to get those headphones on. Got to put them on for the music to make sure I didn't smurf it up. Over 30 million tons of nuclear waste in Fukushima alone. This was 2013. Now, that's not the stuff they're burning in the incinerators. What they're burning in the incinerators is the topsoil in the community out of people's gardens. They're digging it up and burning it in incinerators. And you can see samples from Berkeley. Berkeley has an incredible amount of lawyers for the nuclear industry. Majority of scientists at Berkeley are low-life, disgusting, pathetic, demented scumbags, much like every other university that we've ever seen so far. Neutron rays measured in Tokyo, game over. Uranium-235 found in Chiba, game over. And it can't be detected by Geiger counters. Not by most Geiger counters, but certainly by any Geiger counter. You need to buy these very sophisticated $100,000 million pieces of equipment. They're not Geiger counters anymore when you're looking at that. They're just names for them anyway. But neutron ray can't be detected. Neutron rays will melt your organs. These are brutal stuff. 12 million yen to censor Twitter. 2012, that came out. Being spent by the city starting to burn debris. So rather than do the moral thing, they spend $12 billion, 12 million yen, because they know it's wrong. They know it's stupid. They know it's sick. They know it's demented. They know it's twisted. They know they're out of control. So they spend 12 million yen to censor people that are saying, hey, this is disgusting. This is despicable. And most of that money was spent on their loved ones who was rallying against them, who know they're maniacs. Who know, and some of these people were killed by their relatives, you can be sure. Japan is fighting back, even though you don't hear about it very often. Having a cigarette, it don't have 7,000 chemicals. Why does your government feed you cigarettes with 7,000 chemicals and tell you nicotine gives you cancer when there's no studies out there to show nicotine does it? Because your government is demented. There is no government. You don't have a government. You pay monsters to work in your offices and fuck you over. You pay monsters to destroy your loved ones. You pay monsters in your government to fuck everybody and everything over so they can have a paycheck, so they can pretend they're somebody special, so they can pretend that they're fucking worthy. They can pretend that they're not fucking maggots. They can pretend that they're human like me or you when they know fucking well they're not. You know, they're disgusting, demented, twisted, sickening, heartless, soulless, spineless creatures. They're not fucking human like me or you, trust me. 360 atoms, just once, is revolting. Just once is a death sentence for every one of those people. Just once is too many fucking times. 360 atoms. This is daily. The industry is completely fucking nuts. The industry is completely out of control. The industry is demented. The industry has to be held accountable. The industry needs to go on trial. The industry needs to be up on war crimes trial. The whole fucking industry. Every one of them. Everything you're seeing here is a crime against every species on the planet. Uranium-234 detected in Hawaii, Southern California, and Seattle from Japan. Here's what happens after a nuclear power plant closes. It's a 21-second clip.
Kinds of risks that they never really want to talk about. One of the ones that really jumps out at me, they closed down 2 nuclear power plants in California, and almost immediately there was a precipitous drop in the infant mortality rate in a 50-mile radius, because no one likes to talk about it, but nuclear power plants put out radioactive gases that can be real harmful to babies and fetus.
So how can you sit by and allow these stats to continue? How can you sit by knowing what you just learned that time? Well, Dana, you were swerving, so we're going to ignore you, Dana. You were angry, so now whatever you say don't mean nothing, Dana. Well, you're fucking wrong. And you're stupid as a fucking rock. You're literally the stupidest people imaginable if that's what you think. That my anger is something fucking random. That my anger is not truly justified. That my anger, for some reason, is not righteous. You are idiots. You are the lowest forms of life if you think that way. You are fucking dummies. You are murdering your loved ones if you sit there and lap that shit up. If you don't get fucking angry with me. This is a uranium. Just to get the uranium ready for a nuclear power plant is a stupid, unbelievable, inconceivable, destructive industry. You think about waste sites around your country. You think about nuclear fuel and storage. This is not storage. These are just temporary holding sites. Look at the tonnage. And then a pound of it can kill everybody on the planet in increments of 1,500 people every 20 minutes. That has to hemorrhage into your community. You can't contain the noble gases. Japan has made this planet fight for its life, and you better start fucking fighting for your life. You journalists, you media, you academics, you scientists, you better fucking fight. You better stand up. You better start getting counted. Because I can guarantee you, you will be counted as the side that hates life if you don't make a stand. We are at Earth's last stand. A lot of people don't understand what I'm saying, probably. But Fukushima has condemned the planet. The Japanese government, the idiots, morons, working for your Japan, what they call a government. I don't know how you can call it a government. I don't know how the fuck that becomes a government when people are murdering everybody so they can hang on to their job and their pension for another couple of years. How the fuck is that a government? How the fuck is that even human? How is that humane? How are you humane if you don't stand up for the rest of the fucking species on the planet? Scientists and academics and journalists who for 70 years can't tell the difference between a banana and a fucking fuel rod. Do you think they're that stupid? Do you really believe they don't know the difference? Do you really believe they're that fucking gullible? Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado. Look at all these silos. These are all hemorrhaging into your communities. That's why there's 6 times more breast cancer around anything nuclear. Nuclear. Buried in the fucking ground. Not put it in a sarcophagus. No. Not like they're supposed to. No. Buried in the ground so it goes in your water tables. Buried in the ground alongside your rivers and your oceans because that's where it's going to run to. And that's why they done it. Spent a $500 million surveying to make sure it does that. Everything nuclear is stupid. There's nothing good about nuclear. Nuclear is nothing to be proud of. Nuclear is the most embarrassing thing the human species will ever look back up on. Forever and ever and ever. This is your solution. Bring it down, drop it there. Those barrels will break. Chain reaction will start. It'll eat that. It'll consume everything around it for millions of years and then release that into the environment. You just dump it wherever you want. There's no one to hold you accountable. You got all these terrorist laws and people with guns and billions of dollars every year. No one can get in and see what you're fucking doing. So you do it. And then you say, oh, it's like a banana or a potato chipper walking in the sunshine. Say it to me and knock your fucking teeth out of your head. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. If you got something to do with nuclear, I fucking hate your guts. You got something. If you work for nuclear, you are the lowest form of life imaginable. You work for nuclear, you're pro-nuclear, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You're a moron. You're a dipstick. You can't fucking do jack shit on your own. Everybody has to tell you how to do shit your whole fucking life because you're pro-nuclear is proof you're stupid. You're literally a fucking idiot. Look at the cycle of nuclear. Billions and billions and billions and billions to kill billions and billions. Look at nuclear. You dig up mountains. There's 15,000 mines like this in Navajo country. There's 500,000 throughout America. And the tailing ponds, the chemicals, unbelievable chemicals, danger. This is Hanford. You would bankrupt America to clean it up. And you're supposed to. You will have to at some point. Or you will kill everything and that'll be sitting there and kill everything else on the planet. That's the legacy of nuclear. Nuclear is literally, in every sense of the word, murder. Pro-nuclear, in every sense of the word, are animals. No, well, actually, an animal is cool. These are monsters. Pro-nuclear, people who apologize for nuclear, your fucking days are numbered. Just like everybody else on the planet. Because of nuclear. Your loved ones will be affected the same way as us. You got a job? You shouldn't have a job. You don't deserve a job. You don't deserve a fucking home. You don't deserve to be on my planet. It's Chernobyl. Look at America. Nuclear waste, no matter where it goes. This is the mine locations around America. These are groups, right? There's 1 million gallons a minute going up these stacks of boiled water. A glass of salt water has 1 billion creatures. 75 to 100 million of them are the phytoplankton, the basis of the food, the oxygen, and the carbon sequestering chain. The three most things on the planet. Nuclear boils it into the environment. At the same time, the fuel pools full of the reactor cores over decades are boiled up with it. That's why there's so much breast cancer around nuclear power plants. That's why there's so much child leukemia, deadly leukemia around nuclear power plants. Nuclear has to create the biggest equipment imaginable. Does that look like it's fucking carbon-free to you? Does that look like it's carbon-free to you? Is that friggin' carbon-free for you? Is that carbon fucking free? Is that carbon-free? Is that carbon-free? Answer me. Well, Dana, you can't hear me. You're on one side of the internet. I'm on the other side. I don't care. Answer me. Everything about nuclear is fucking stupid. Everything about it. You got nothing to do with it, nowhere to put it. You're wrecking everything every time you fucking switch it on. You have to dig up countries to get enough to turn it on. No, but the mines are leaching all the time. The tailing ponds, you use incredible, inconceivable, unbelievable, insurmountable amounts of harsh chemicals, the worst imaginable, to separate the uranium. It's 400 train cars of iron ore to get a gram. Not counting the chemicals, and probably 400 train car loads of chemicals mixed with water, leached into your environment. That's carbon-free, Dana. You'll be carbon-free if I get my fucking hands on you. Missile silos. Nuclear is not stupid, somebody might say to you. Then they don't know nothing. They're the idiots of idiots. They're the morons of the morons. They're the dipshits of the dipshits. And they're in your fucking medias. They're in your institutions. They're sitting in your government offices playing overlord in order to fuck you. To fuck your loved ones. To fuck up your children. To fuck up your community. That's all they do. They have no purpose on the fucking planet. They have no right. They have zero moral. Their job is to fucking murder you. Their job is not to do anything good. It's to murder you. They're really good at it. You see that guy there? He's probably just a day worker. Dressed up in a suit. God, you'll be okay. You're getting gamma shine, alpha shine. You're getting neutrons and x-rays right out of the barrels. That's nuclear for you. Mining and processing. Endless amount of fucking waste. Endless amount of carbon production. Endless. It'll never stop because you can't store it. You have to continually do something with it till the end of time. Not this. This is not legal under the charters for nuclear power plants. It's all supposed to go in a sarcophagus. A big fucking hole in the ground is not a sarcophagus. That's a death machine waiting to go off. That's the end of that part of the country when it does. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. Leave your community permanently when that finally goes. Here's your legacy of nuclear. Is your loved ones working nuclear? Huh? Are they responsible for that? Huh? Are you going to university to be a nuclear scientist or work in that fucking field? The fuck is wrong with you people? When are you going to make a stand? When are you going to gut up? Death machines. These are death machines. Nothing but nuclear waste is what you're looking at. Every one of these stacks, no matter where they're to, it's nuclear waste. Mixed in with 1 million gallons a minute being boiled off. And that's 16 million glasses times 1 billion creatures per minute, per reactor. No, that's carbon-free, Dana. Shut up. So sick of you people. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the fucking industry. I'm sick of the government and the academics and the scientists and the journalists who can't tell the difference between a banana and a fucking nuclear waste after 70 years. Journalists can do 500 stories on nuclear and they still can't tell the fucking difference? Are you that naive, people? Are you that gullible to think that that is true? You don't think they're lying to you like they did about the cigarettes and the 7,000 chemicals and continuing to lie? You think they're there to fucking help you in your universities, in your academics, in your media, your journalists, your government? You think they're there to do something moral? And you let them. You sit there and let your husband and your wives and your children join the government because you know they're fucking demented. You know what? They got the job to fuck over your country. The parents and their loved ones are just as much to blame as the academics and the scientists. There is no difference. There is no fine line. You think these people got any health care packages? You dipstick. You think that's carbon free, you fucking morons? You idiots. You imbeciles. You think that's fucking carbon free? No journalist out there knows how to talk about nuclear without saying the words carbon free? All of them should be fucking strung up. Every one of them will be in the future. It won't be me. It'll be this whole planet is going to snap. And you can't fucking blame them. Water from any of the wells close to a nuclear mining site or a nuclear power plant is not safe. Within 50 miles minimum, it's not going to be safe. Cancer takes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to manifest and get diagnosed. Heart, liver, lung, respiratory, pituitary, adrenaline, diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, autism will all show up before the cancer. Which is the lie. Oh, I don't see any spike in cancers, Dan. Shut up! You fucking bird brain. Shut up! You stupid, inconsiderate moron. Shut your fucking hole. Shut it now. Shut it permanently. Yeah, I'm mad. You read what I read today, you'll be mad too. Have you seen the misery created by nuclear that I've saw, that I go through all the time, that I talk about here constantly? Some days you're going to crack. Some days you're going to snap. Some days you're not responsible. That's why you have manslaughter. The people fucking snap. This whole planet is ready to snap. And I'm the proof of it. Water not safe to drink anywhere you fucking go where there's nuclear. That's forever and ever. Oh, but it's carbon free. Shut up. You stupid piece of shit. Shut up. You fucking monsters. Shut up. You cowards. You traitors. You scum. You fucking demented, twisted, sickening, despicable, anti-human fucks. Shut your pie holes. Conversion, diffusion, enriched. Reactors and storage. No, it's carbon free, didn't it? Shut up! It's carbon free, didn't it? Shut your fucking pie hole. In a fair world, I'd be allowed to punch you the fuck out the minute I see you for saying it. In a real world, I'd be allowed to hang you right on a fucking street pole for doing what you're doing. Legally. There's no reason we shouldn't be allowed to get rid of all fucking scientists, nuclear scientists on this planet. And their fucking lapdogs. There should be no reason to stop this planet from going out and lynching every fucking one of them. Outside of they control that system. Outside of that, they're terrified you're going to find out what I'm showing you. Outside, they're terrified someone's going to have emotions. Outside of, they control all the journalists. All the journalists call that carbon free. Does that look like it's fucking carbon free to you? Are you that stupid and gullible? Are you that naive? Are you that fucking pacifist? You can't fucking make a stand on your own? Not a journalist out there knows how to say that's not carbon free. 1,000,000 gallons a minute out of each of those stacks. Mixed with radioactive material. Can't put it in a sarcophagus because of the noble gases. Will detonate it when it hits oxygen. Carbon free, look. Till it fucking goes bang down there. And then you got to bankrupt the country trying to clean up that little spot. or that spot, or fucking that spot, or this is carbon free. How the fuck is that carbon free? Look what you had to do just to run a reactor. Look at what you do to pretend that it's carbon free. Look at the misery and the agony you leave behind. Look at your fucking legacy. Look at the misery in those communities around there from that fucking tailing pond you're looking at there. That mine, abandoned mines. Lied to and manipulated and deceived and ripped off and fucking murdered. Everything about nuclear is as stupid as it gets. Everything about nuclear is a betrayal to every species on the planet. Anything nuclear is mass murder. There's so much work to get your uranium. Oh, it's carbon free. Oh, Dan, if we close down a nuclear power plant, we won't be able to dig big holes in the ground and destroy everything anymore. We won't be able to steal everybody's fucking land and pollute it till the end of time, Dan. If we claim it's, if we tell the truth and people find out it's not carbon free. Does that truck look like it's running on nuclear fucking reactors? Do you? You think that mine was dug by a nuclear carbon free reactor? Or you think everything involved was carbon production? Do you get any idea how much it is to crush those rocks up? How much carbon? Disposal landscape. 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 From nuclear waste. Every nuclear power plant out in front of it, about a mile out, looks like that. You think that's fucking toilets? Huh? Everything is polluted, destroyed permanently, including WIP. They can't get back down there 2 years later. Still not back down there. Not without all kinds of special equipment. And they knew that. They had one single accident there. Then the fumes and the plumes would go throughout the whole facility, and it'd be covered in radioactive material, and that'd be the game over. What they claimed originally was they had a truck fire at WIP, and for 10 days they didn't go back down there. 55 football field-sized caverns. And you have a truck fall in one spot, you get behind, you put the truck out, you drag it out of there, you get a new truck. You keep on working. You don't fucking bail out for 10 days. You got any idea how much air goes into these facilities? It was a radioactive release. The release went up and came through all the communities. They still they still denied there was any releases. 2 years later, they're still not down there. And how many billions of dollars did they just scam in the last couple of years? $6-7 billion trying to get back down in the fucking ground. Everything nuclear is stupid. Everybody involved in it are murderers. Everything about nuclear is meant to kill, destroy, wreck, steal all your resources, steal your water, steal your scientists, steal your academics, steal your media, steal your government. How did nuclear get away with all of this? It got away with this because your scientists and your journalists decided to fuck you as hard as they could, decided to rape and murder you as much as they could, decided to make as much misery against you as they conceivably do in their lifetime, and then train their kids to grow up and fill up that position so their legacy can continue. Every nuclear scientist out there is a complete monster. None of them will come out and talk the truth. None of them will come out and say, oh, actually, kill every dog for 70 years, kill every animal in every study, in millions of studies in every country. No. Studies are there. They've done it. They're still at it. They're still killing the animals. Every animal dies. No animal's ever been cured with nuclear. But they're carbon-free. That's your journalists. That's your media. Why ain't you fucking challenging them? Why ain't you getting in their faces? Why ain't you fucking phoning them? Why ain't you writing them? Why ain't you protesting outside their facilities? Hold them accountable. It's you they fear, not me. They don't fear me as much as they fear you, trust me. They do fear me. There's a Globe and Mail trying to sell uranium stocks. 2014. Every year it went down, but yet they come out with these lies. Every fucking other week they're out there trying to sell uranium stock, but the uranium keeps going down. They're stealing your money. Larry McDonald's a monster for doing what he's doing. He knows the prices are not going up and he's stealing people's monies. But then you know they'll call him a monster. Go fuck off somewhere. Go fuck off. Go fucking die somewhere, you fucks out there who thinks like that. I done the whole coastline in that little dinky. 15,000 miles of it. Instead of having an incredible diversity, when you get on the beach, what do you get? You got nothing. Instead of having that amazing life on every millimeter, there's nothing there. I know people recently just criticized me putting up a shot like this, where it's a far zoom, saying, Dana's not showing a close-up shot. The fuck are you talking about? The most known spot in Canada is naked. These are pre- and post-Fukushima pictures. They don't talk about that one. They don't talk about the fact they've done 15,000 miles of the coastline and all the pictures are up at the nuclear proctologist.org of the trips, all there for everybody to see, whatever side. It's not like that anymore, is it? When you go to the beach, how are you going to survive on that beach? Normally you go on the beach and you can eat whatever you want, wherever you want. Just go eat whatever you want. Go pick up fucking food in 2 seconds. 2 minutes, you got enough food there for 10 people, yeah? No matter where you go. On the coastline of British Columbia, you go pick up whatever food you want. Go ahead and eat whatever you want. Now you go there's naked. Now you go there, you couldn't feed your dog. You couldn't feed a cat there. When normally you can feed 100 people, you wouldn't even know the food was missing out there. Now the same spot all gone. Not this wonderful diversity, but this, what is that shit? Why would anybody want to visit that place? Well, you would go there to see that normally. You would go there to see that. But why would you go to see that? Why the fuck would you want to go and see that? How can you ignore that? How can you say that is not cool? That is not wonderful. That is not incredible. That is not amazing. How can you say that? How can you say that is not life? That is like it has been now for millions of years. But no, after Fukushima come through, these pictures do not exist anymore. You can't find that on the coastline anywhere. Anywhere. It's not there. All of it's gone. You'll never see that picture on the Canadian coastline again. Been like it for millions of years. Fucking idiots in Fukushima, idiots in the nuclear industry, idiots in our academics, idiots in our journalism. Refuse to look at that. Refuse to consider the implications for their friends and their families and their loved ones, or their co-workers, or their neighbors, or the people that look up to them. Don't give a fuck about them. What they're out there doing now is saying that's natural. No, that's pretty normal. We don't need that, Dana. Nobody wants to see that, Dana. That's disgusting. There's too much shit there, Dana. Can't stand it, Dana. It looks horrible. That's disgusting. I like it when it's all symmetrical with nothing there. How can you be like that? How can you not be upset by what I'm showing you? How can you not fucking stand your ground? Where is your morals? Why are academics, children's and families and loved ones and friends allowing these fucking monsters to get away with this? Why are you sitting there? Why ain't you holding them accountable? Get them on tape confessing and then put it up on the internet so we can find out. They're not worth protecting. They're not worth loving. You go here and look at all this, same as I done, and you try not being upset. You try not being fucking desperate to wake this planet up. You try not being a human like me. You try not having emotions like me. Good luck. Good fucking luck. This is what this is what I know and everybody else knows is supposed to be there. And it's all gone. And it's never going to come fucking back. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to put more nuclear everywhere. They're trying to burn more money on nuclear. They're trying to keep it alive for another fucking year. They're trying to rob everybody with uranium stocks. Not show them this stuff. Not tell them about that stuff. Not fucking introduce that into the conversation. No. Don't tell them that it's naked there when it should be gorgeous, incredible, and that'll never come back. That will never come back. You can't even stop the reactors because we won't even try. We only send in the homeless and the destitute and the immigrants who don't speak the language. And there's nobody out there fighting. There's no one out there going to bat. There's no one out there using their fucking voices. There's no one out there with the courage in the academics or the scientific or the government or in the industry. They all sit there in cowarding, chewing on their fucking nails, cashing their checks, and pretending that there's some special fucking people, that the world ain't going to work this out. The death of the Pacific Ocean doesn't fucking matter to anybody, apparently. You are so wrong. You are so fucking far gone from reality. You're such a waste of shit on this planet. You're such a disgusting maggot to society. You are a fucking decrepit, despicable fucking burden to your loved ones, is what you're going to find out if you're an academic or a scientist or a journalist or working for the government. You are the stupidest fucking thing imaginable if you think you're getting away with this one. You think people are not going to eventually, in the next short while, come to realize what you got done. How can you turn your back on that? How can you turn your back on an extinction event? How long do you think that can last? How long do you think you can pretend that didn't fucking happen? How long do you think before people are going to miss that? How long do you think for this entire ecosystem is affected because that is gone? I've never been ashamed as much as I am now of this planet, of the people on this planet. I've never known contempt like I know now for academics and scientists, particularly nuclear scientists, particularly any scientists. What, we don't have anybody out there can fucking speak up? We don't have anybody out there that's capable of articulating what happened? We don't have anybody on this fucking planet that will do the right thing, the moral thing, the ethical thing? Well, no, we don't. These are pictures I took, the naked pictures. And this is what it would look like normally. That's emblematic of the whole coastline of Canada. Not just Louise Narrows, where I'm writing these pictures. These are pre and post Fukushima pictures. They're up at the nuclear proctologist. They're free for everybody. Your whole coastline is naked. It's time to fucking fight back. It's time to rally behind the ones that are. It's time to support the people that don't got the fucking support. That are doing everything imaginable. That are taking the beating after beating after beating. Because somebody has to do it. Do you think for 1 second I want the job I got here? Do you think I like doing what I'm doing? Don't you understand why I do what I do? Don't you understand it's the desperation for the whole planet? For my loved ones, my friends, and yours, and everybody else's, including these fucking maggots, these despicable fucking creatures that are lying to you constantly saying that this is normal, that there's no effect, and that if I get upset, and like I did tonight, I just got arrested 2 different times, once last week, for doing what I'm doing tonight. I had 300 of these presentations, not as crazy as this one. This is a rare one. This is a rare one for me to come out and snap. I've been reading so much bad stuff. There's so many victims from nuclear, I can't fucking contain it anymore. Sometimes I gotta burn off some pressure. Not apologizing, don't get me wrong. Not taking back anything I said. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling this planet, I'm fighting for every fucking species on the planet, 8 million species. I don't know what to do anymore. So now we got a lecture next week here in town. And hopefully we can raise a ground root organization and motivate people to spread this word. I know tonight is not a good example of Dana. Even though all the pro nukes are out there, they'll clip this up and they'll use it to bludgeon me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a human. I'm supposed to have emotions. I'm not going to pretend I don't have emotions just because these pricks, these fucking demented pricks in the judicial system, in our fucking government, in our journalism, in our medias, in our universities, are lying to you and said there's no issues. Anybody says that is a fucking liar and should be held accountable immediately. You don't let them off again. Don't let them get away with it again. Hold them accountable right on the fucking spot. Get in their fucking faces. Yell at them. Do something. Because when you sit there and you let them get away with it, they get bolder. And they fuck over more of your friends and your loved ones and the species on this planet. Peace will come when we kill nuclear permanently. But that ain't going to bring back the 8 million species on this planet. That ain't going to bring back the 4 million species that didn't recede the coastline. It ain't going to bring back the 5,600 highly visible species that normally would have been on that fucking beach right here. It's not going to bring back the biggest ecosystem on the planet is fucking dead. You can't hide it any longer. Every species out there is dying and disappearing in mass. The birds are dying and starving to death. The whales are dying and starving to death. The seals and the sea lions are fucking starving to death. Because the basis of the food chain is gone. And all you got to do is shut up me. That's all you got to do. Get rid of me. And there's no one to fight for you. It's as simple as that. Get rid of Dana. And that's the end of it. There's no one else there fighting. There's no one out there going to bat. There's no one out there wearing the fucking war paint. I apologize to everybody for wasting your time. I apologize for trying to do the moral and ethical thing. I apologize for caring about you and your friends and your family and your loved ones. I apologize for trying to find a way forward. I apologize for trying so hard. I apologize for doing the whole coastline, documenting everything. I apologize for losing my temper, for losing my way sometimes. I apologize for spending every waking moment at this. I apologize for embarrassing the industry and the academics. I apologize for making them feel guilt for what they have done. I apologize for caring about you and your friends and your families and everybody on this planet and every species and every insect and all the fauna and the flora and the birds and the mammals. I apologize for fighting with everything I got. I apologize for doing everything I can think of to do. I apologize for running myself into the fucking ground every day, all day, nonstop, with no way to sustain it, but yet I managed to do it. I apologize for being able to do that. I apologize for caring that there should be justice, that there should be a way forward, that we shouldn't have to be terrified and horrified and demonized for speaking out about it. Because that's what it seems like, don't it? It seems like I'm wrong for complaining. It seems like I made a mistake for caring, don't it? Because nobody gives a fuck. Not a journalist out there gives a fuck. There's not a media out there gives a fuck. Don't give a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck about your children. They don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. I don't expect them to apologize because they don't have that in them. I don't expect them to be human because I know they are not. I don't expect people like that to be rational because I know that's not in their fucking equation. Their game is to trick you and deceive you, manipulate you. You got all these celebrities out there. You know how many celebrities donated? None. You know how many scientists have donated to me? None. You know how many people in that industry have spoken out in favor of me? None. Do you know what that feels like? You know how hopeless that is? Do you know what that does to a person? To finally prove that the industry is completely out of control. It's completely remorseless. But even worse, that it's actually set its sight on murdering you. It knows what it's doing is murder. It knows the result is murder. It knows the result is misery. It knows the result is you'll liquidate your assets. It knows that result. And it continues to do it because it couldn't get a job at anything else. It couldn't get a job delivering newspapers. Not that that's a bad job. But the people that work in the industry couldn't get a job anywhere unless they were murderers. That's the only job they can get. It's the only job they wanted. That's the job they went and got all the education for. Every animal in every study for 70 years have died, but I'm the bad guy for saying, hey, this is fucking wrong. I'm the bad guy for dare speaking out about it. I'm the bad guy. Then he's smoking a cigarette. You can't trust anything he says. 7,000 chemicals in a cigarette. Mine doesn't have that. It's natural tobacco. But if you can trust your journalist, why didn't they tell you there were 7,000 chemicals in a cigarette? If you can trust your scientists, why did they study nicotine instead of the 7,000 chemicals in a cigarette? If you can trust any of them, you would have a better planet. You can't trust them. The inherent problem here is we can't trust a fucking thing out there. There's not a nuclear scientist that I can trust again, ever, under any circumstances. I wouldn't want him in my fucking country, let alone my community. I can't stand their guts because they're cowards. They're unbelievable cowards. They're the worst cowards imaginable. The most dangerous people on the fucking planet is a pro-nuclear. They're literally the stupidest fucking thing we got on the planet. The most dangerous animal on the planet is a pro-nuclear or a nuclear apologist or a nuclear scientist or an academic, journalist, government official who took the job in order to cover it up, who took the job knowing that they would have to cover it up, who took the job, got the education to do exactly that. And then to come out and vilify people like me. Not that there is people like me out there. I wish there was. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if there was other people like me. I'd give it up a long time ago. I don't want the fucking job. Take it, shove it up your fucking arses. I don't want this job. Don't want nothing to do with it. I don't trust anything out there because they're all fucking lawyers. Humanity's found its worst lot when we created nuclear. 70 years of killing every animal, and everybody out there still thinks it's like a fucking banana because of your stupid, idiotic, moronic dummies in the media in your universities. Your university is the stupidest fucking thing imaginable. They are supposed to speak out. They are supposed to come out and say it's not like a fucking banana. And can you trust your university to do that? No, of course you can. Has your university ever done that? No, of course they haven't. Here's the future for everybody. It's going to be chaos. People are going to lose their fucking minds and they're going to go after these people. They're going to go after you because you ain't got nothing. They're going to go after everybody because they're angry. They're going to lash out at everything because they're going to freak out because we won't have a fucking debate. We won't end the misery machine. We won't end that fucking cycle. For 2015, we got fucking incredible technology available. But yet we can't even do a single moral thing. We can't even do a single acceptable thing. Every technology developed was about controlling us. It was used immediately to control us. Everything that good that showed up out there was flipped and used to fucking destroy us. Every industry out there spends its entire fucking time attacking us, trying to keep us stupid. And those people are your friends and your families and your loved ones. It is your responsibility, not mine, You got to hold them accountable. You got to get in your fucking loved ones' faces if they work in that industry. You got to beat some fucking sense into them. Your children got to turn on you. And you still won't get it. Because you think, oh, I'm with the nuclear industry. I'm special. Yeah, you'll be special, all right? Special prosecutors and special fucking ropes. Because you won't give this planet a chance. You won't give this... You have 4 million fucking species missing. Ah, it's clean green. Too cheap to fucking meter, Dana. Don't ever say that to my face. I'd pick up one of those fucking rocks. I'd smash your fucking toe so hard. You got no idea what it feels like to get your toe smashed, I bet. I'd fucking introduce you to it right quick. Nuclear gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go fucking right now. It's gotta go, period. There's no if. There's no fucking buts. There's no maybes. There's no tomorrow with nuclear. Yelling at a fucking microphone for 50 minutes? Yeah, I feel better. The world's a better place because I'm yelling. No, the world's a shitty place because I'm yelling. Hi, everybody. Hugs, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. My apologies to everybody again. Too expensive to fix. Too cheap to meter, too expensive to fix. There's me bud there. Look, Thomas Ackerman. I wish he was my fucking neighbor, tell you the truth. There's something about Thomas and his videos that it'll be a sad day if they don't show up, trust me. Thomas is a very unique and a very genuine person. And if you're not familiar with him, you should get the fuck over there and get familiar with him, okay? He's an extraordinary individual. Same as Jan Brooks, Miss Milky the Clown, and many other people, and everybody here tonight, certainly. Hi, everybody. Good night, everybody. Pretty. Jace. Hi, Albert, Paul, Dalamy. I almost got your name right that time. Nep Killer. Censor. Thirst. Border. Hi, everybody. Ellie. I'm just saying goodnight to everybody. And Elaine, thank you, Elaine, for everything you're doing, honey, and everything you've ever done, everything you continue to do. And thank you for being the moderator here regularly. Because I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. And I'm able to do other things like yell and curse and scream and shout and pull my fucking hair out. These are good things. Hi, Nathan. Because that's normal in this world. Hi, Pam. In the nearer world, I'm nutting. Hi, Strontium. Culture of death. I know I get hot sometimes. I know I kind of snap sometimes. Hi, Alex. Hi, everybody. Yeah, that's right, Thomas, though. The new norm. You'll find Thomas's links below my videos if you're watching this later, folks. And you'll find Jan's site down there and everybody else's. And Rad Chick is down there. Stan Piazza? Stan Piazza? I can't pronounce your name, Stan, so I'm going to call you Stan. Might as well get used to it if you're hanging out here, because that's all you're going to hear from me from here on out is Stan. Stop using nuclear plants won't bring back the children now with brain cancer from it, no. But it'll stop the future generations, won't it? We have to stop nuclear. And I hear you, Paul. I hear you. I'm not complaining about what you're saying. I'm just going along with you, Steve. Yeah, the first month after, there you go, right? First month after Fukushima, everybody was breathing it in, like I showed you at the beginning. 360 atoms going into the average male. Yeah, I'm going to videotape the lecture. I'm going to lug all this equipment up there and fucking plug it all in. We're going to record everything. We're going to put it up here so people in Powell River and everywhere else. And I love my wife. Says, please donate to Danny. Yes. We raised $5 yesterday. Not much help for an appeal. Not much hope for the appeal. But we got everything else accomplished. That doesn't mean I give up on it. Trust me. I'm on a show tomorrow with Desiree Rover. DESIREEROVER Rover. A 2-hour video presentation tomorrow in the Netherlands. Sometimes I call it Netherlands, but it's Netherlands, I know. That's tomorrow, starts tomorrow morning, 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time. And I have to try to find a way to put up a link for that for everybody, if anybody wants to catch it. Yeah, I needed to get it off my chest, Debbie, which is Amthers, anybody's not familiar. I need to get it off my chest every day. And I'll try to put out a little video tomorrow, like a 30-second video with a link just before I go live. I haven't got a link to the live stream itself for it yet, so I should have that tomorrow morning. And then I can post the video as soon as I get it. But it might be late. Okay, well, there you go. Hi, everybody. Hugs for everybody. Not expecting anybody to forgive me for screaming my head off for 50 minutes straight. But enough is enough. Enough. This is enough. Death of the Pacific Ocean is too fucking much for anybody. And that killing me or destroying me or wrecking me is not going to change the death of the Pacific Ocean. It's not going to change the fact that you're scumbags, and that you're lowlifes, that you're degenerates that are attacking me, and that you're the most maniacal, despicable fucking things imaginable. It's not going to change the fact that the nuclear PR firms are truly monsters. They're truly disgusting fucking parasites upon every species on this planet. You are the worst fucking things we got as a nuclear PR firm or any PR firm. You are the lowest forms of fucking life. And your fucking friends and your loved ones will rip you apart when they find out what you've been doing. They will fucking get you at some point. I can guarantee you will be fucking dealt with in the future for what you've done. You are the most despicable people ever. You are the most soulless and heartless fucking creatures on this planet. You are emotionless fucking zombies. You are the most destructive, maniacal fucking maggots I've ever come across. There's nothing out there that compares to the nuclear industry. You are degenerates. You are fucking degenerates. I hate your fucking guts. I will hate it till the end of time. And so will every fucking person on this planet. That is a fact. It's just so disgusting what they got done. It's so disgusting what was done to me. It's so despicable what they continue to do. It's so depraved that they celebrate my arrest. They celebrated it. They came out and fucking danced around my corpse if they got a chance. Because they have no remorse. They have no compassion. They have no emotions. They're not human. They think they are, but they're not. They're the farthest thing imaginable. A pro-nuclear literally is the most dangerous creature in our entire universe. And I fucking hate your guts for it. Hugs for everybody. Dana loves the rest of you. But I guarantee you I have enough hate for every one of them out there in the industry to last everybody a lifetime. But I am nothing compared to what is coming. And it's only coming because of what they're doing to me and what they have done. The more they attack me, the more desperation that this planet is going to be in. The longer we stop talking about this, the longer we avoid the conversation on this, will mean many millions or more will be coming after them. The longer we wait means the more likely it is the less of us will survive. And the more likely it is our loved ones will be, their children will be taken away from us. We better fight with everything we got because we are the ones that are responsible. It is our watch. and we will not waver. I'm Dana Durnford, nuclearproctologist.org. You'll find the documentation of the whole coastline. I'll go out and wait by the door for the police to come arrest me again. Because I don't care. I just don't care. Thanks for everybody. Take care, folks.